Ahoy there survivors, welcome back to the channel. In this video we'll be setting sail into the penultimate expansion for the Zombicide Dead Men Tales campaign, the Orc Reefreavers. This pack brings a brutal new faction to the tabletop, and this video will provide a good snapshot of every component and new mechanic included in this box. Let's weigh anchor and see what these orcs are bringing to the party. As we stroll through the loot, you can see this box is absolutely packed with many big guys. For $35, this crowdfunding exclusive pack contains 4 unique survivors, a full set of orc themed zombies including 6 pirate orc walkers, 4 runners and 5 brutes, plus a terrifying new Abomination. Additionally, we're getting 2 major gameplay add-ons, 3 Orc Reefreaver flag crew cards, and the brand new Warbound mechanic. This box will provide a brand new challenge in how you'll face the undead in these tropical reaches. Our first survivor is Slicendice. With a furious rage, Slicendice leaps into combat, a whirlwind of blades and bravado. He's a dervish of death with a dagger in each hand and one in his mouth for backup, thriving in the chaos of close combat. He darts through enemies with deadly swings, taunting them as he builds momentum, each strike feeding into the next. A true orc warrior, Slicendice keeps the heads of those he's slain as trophies, meaning carrion lands upon him from time to time. One such is a raven, whose constant presence helps him taunt his enemies. They make an unlikely pair, but Slicendice isn't terribly friendly, even for an orc. Maybe a bird is his best companion after all. Next up is Blogoutar. This massive purple-skinned orc has even more than his share of battle. His white whiskers speak of years on the sea, and his scars speak of the battles he survived there. With his barnacle-encrusted anchor in one hand, imagine the strength needed to wield that, and pistols at the ready, only a fool wants this pirate rushing at them. Whether calling on Numgun's blessing or drowning Grom to push himself further, Blogoutar supports his crew while staying firmly planted in the fight. Barbarous to the last. He's flashy, but when things start going wrong, you'll be glad he's still standing. And now for something unique, Kruk and Screech. Kruk the orc is not from these waters. He fought in distant wars long before reaching the Albatross Isle, where he joined the Reefreavers. The plague is nothing new to him either, and neither are the undead. Kruk fights, Screech screams. Somehow it works. Together they lead from the front, boosting their allies, reaching instantly to threats and diving into combat with surprising coordination. In battle, Kruk relies on strength and steel, cutting down foes with brutal efficiency. He leads the way without hesitation, pushing others to keep up or fall behind. There's no room for doubt when he's around. At his side, his cockatoo Screech fills the air with insults sharp enough to cut through any rival, keeping enemies off balance and allies well aware of what's at stake. What looks like chaos is, in truth, a well-orchestrated assault, just a very loud one. Finally, we have Captain Big Joe. There are few that run about the bloody decks with a big fish on their shoulder, but those who do are best avoided. Captain Big Joe would rather be out doing what his namesake suggests, fishing the seas for the great catch. Instead, he's leader of the Reefreavers, who he loves, mind you, but he had been working on his rage issues prior to the emergence of these bloody corpses. Charging first, asking questions never, he takes on the foes with crushing strength and the resilience to take a beating barreling into his enemies and clearing space the hard way. What is an orc to do? Let the rage throw him headlong into the fray and feed his superior strength. Maybe one day he can get back to the quiet life, plucking the sea's bounty, but not today. Brutes, walkers, it doesn't matter. If it's in front of him, it's getting smashed. Bolstering the gameplay for all those marvellous new survivors, this expansion also brings us the Orc Reefreavers crew cards. When the majority of the crew is made up of Orc survivors, you gain access to their crew flags, granting powerful shared abilities. The Orc Reefreavers, banners raised high and roaring in the wind, they crash into battle like a living storm of muscle and fury. They care little for plans beyond hitting harder and getting there faster, charging headlong into the fray with unstoppable momentum. Each swing lands with bone-crushing force, and with their kin at their side, they strike again and again without pause. Loud, brutal, and utterly relentless, they do not so much fight battles as smash straight through them. In the Dead Men Tales box, we already have Lucullus. Grom Tom joins the crew from the Shipwreck Bay expansion, and this box bolsters us with Slicendice, Blogoutar, Kruk and Screech, and of course Captain Big Joe. Pirate Orc zombies, however, are tougher and more aggressive than their counterparts, forming a relentless force on the battlefield. The box provides two different sculpts for these zombie walkers. They might be slow, and they might not seem a threat one-on-one, but when's the last time you saw a single walker, orc or otherwise? Exactly. They are like the tide coming in at night, slowly creeping further and further forward into the world of the living. And when the tide falls back, retreats into that big blue, it drags victims with it. Victims like you. What's worse than an orc pirate? A dead one. And a dead one who's fast is even worse. Fast closing rank, these orc zombie runners rapidly close the distance on any unsuspecting survivors. These nasties are fleet of foot and just as nasty in combat. You can run, but your mortal muscles tire. These deads do not. Eventually, they'll catch you, and when they do, your limbs are but an appetizer for your brains and heart. Take it from old salts. Shoot these horrors at range, lest they pile upon you. With tentacles and arms, you'll not soon want a hug from this misshapen brute. With 5 miniatures and their spawn cards, dragged from the depths of the sea, where they no doubt drowned, such beasts are often found wrapped in seaweed, ropes, and even crawling with crustaceans. Their size and strength are more than a match for any 3 orcs, so it's best to take them on by team and tactic. If not, you may just find crabs crawling over your lifeless, bloated corpse. All in all, combine these shifting effects with the all-new Warbound mechanic, alternating between resilience and explosive aggression, the Orc zombie pirates make every encounter that bit more unpredictable and dangerous. By gods, what a horror! Orclobster, the Encrusted, is a terrifying embodiment of orc fury. Within the encrusted body of an orc crawls forth a massive mutant lobster. Snapping at foes through the dead orc's gut with crusted claw, you're likely to spill your lunch across the deck in sheer disgust. This mighty, massive monstrosity is a terror to the eye, let alone to the soft mortal flesh you aim to keep attached to your bones. By its 2 dead legs, or its 6 twitching lobster ones, it's sure to be coming for you. Its behaviour shifts like the tides triggered by the Warband mechanic. In its defence state, it becomes nearly invulnerable, shrugging off all attempts to bring it down, while in rage it surges forward with brutal speed, unleashing devastating attacks that can strike across multiple zones. Talking of the Warbound mechanic, here's the details. The pirate orc zombies bring this mechanic, representing their unrelenting battle frenzy. At the end of each zombie phase, a dice is rolled and their state may randomly shift between defense and rage, depending on the result, dramatically altering how they behave. In defense, they become harder to hit, shrugging off attacks. In rage, they surge forward, gaining extra attacks and overwhelming survivors. This constant shift will force players to adapt on the fly, timing attacks and positioning carefully, or risking being crushed under the sudden onslaught. In addition to the Warbound mechanic, to top it all off, the Orc Reefreavers character pack also comes with some exclusive new content that can be mixed into the epic equipment and pirate decks. These special equipment feature orc effects that are only activated when used by orc survivors. For example, Blogoutar's anchor is an epic weapon that provides a reach skill. However, when used by an orc survivor, it also gains lifesaver. You'll also see that it includes equipment cards like Screech the Cockatoo that Kruk begins with, Slicendice's cutthroat knife, and the Tidebreaker harpoon carried by Captain Big Joe. So, the Orc Reefreavers expansion looks like an essential pickup for anyone wanting to add a greater level of variety and a new level of difficulty to their Dead Men Tales experience. But what I want to hear from you is, which Orc Survivor are you most excited to play? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more Zombicide content. In the meantime, keep your powder dry, yo ho ho, and away we go!